Harvard President Claudine Gay will not be fired, despite fierce backlash over her testimony earlier this month about rising anti-Semitism on campus, particularly for refusing to give a yes or no answer when asked if students calling for the genocide of Jews would constitute a violation of the school's code of conduct.
At Harvard, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment, yes or no?
It can be, depending on the context.
Liz McGill at the University of Pennsylvania gave a similar answer. She ended up resigning, as did Scott Bach, the chairman of the Board of Trustees there. But Dr. Gay's bosses at Harvard University backed her up. Did Harvard make the right decision? Should she have been fired? Back with us is Anthony Scaramucci, former Trump White House Communications Director, Tudor Dixon, former Republican candidate for governor of Michigan, Elie Mystal, justice correspondent for The Nation. Elie, they make the right call?
Yeah. And if I was on here defending any other person, you all would agree with me. Because if we really want to go down the road of, like, universities can fire people for speech, let me tell you guys, I got a list.
Yep.
I got a list of, I want to go after Richard Sander, I want to go after Amy Wax, I want to go after James Ho. I got a list of people who say things that I disagree with on campus that I don't think should be fired.
I agree with you. The problem is hypocrisy, right? That's my bigger problem. Dr. Gay is the same person who forced out a dean because he represented Harvey Weinstein, right? Oh my, he had the temerity. And she decided that as a sort of matter of principle, that's wrong. It's the same university that withdrew offers again and again to controversial people, right? And now she wraps herself in the cloak of the First Amendment and free speech.
Well, she wraps herself in the cloak of her students, right? Because we're going to be able to make a distinction, right, between what Harvard supports in its faculty and what Harvard allows its students to do, right? Having been a Harvard student, I would expect that my president would back me up regardless of what I said, and I think when you were there, you would have expected the same thing. It's different if I was a member of the Harvard faculty, which I'll note I'm not, but if I was, I would be held to an entirely different, I think, appropriate standard, because at that point, I am representing the university in my official capacity.
You're the president of the university, and the students are chanting, kill the blacks, or the Italians, or kill the Jews. It's private property, right? His father understands that distinction. It's private property. You are on private property.
Even if I don't.
He does.
My dad understands. My dad, but I don't get it.
His dad was the champion of the First Amendment.
Yeah,
right?
I'm aware.
Somebody that I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
You're on a private property. You're the president. You kill the blacks, kill the Italians, kill the Jews. You're okay with that? Because it depending on the context?
I'm okay with that? No.
So now all the Jews, all the blacks, all the Italians are threatened, and now they're behind closed doors, locked up, because people are chanting, kill them. And
what did you just do, though, Anthony? You added context, didn't you?
What are you talking about? No.
Well, because the
what if I call you a she and you're a he? I go with the
that context is actually the context is important. At the point where the chants or the protest or the whatever is threatening people, then in that context, those students need to be those students need to be removed from campuses if they are threatening other students. If they are saying crap that I don't agree with, they don't have to be removed.
But his question, I think his question
is, would kill somebody that's a threat to
right, but he's saying, would you apply the same standard?
Kill the Italians, let's go.
Right, but
you know well that is not a credible threat.
That's not a credible threat?
That
makes a group of people feel unsafe on private property.
Again, if we are going to go down the road of, like, we're going to remove people for saying things that make other people feel squeamish and unsafe.
Isn't that what Harvard does? Harvard seems to do that all the time.
Well, then I have a list of people that I would like to exclude. All Claudine Gay said is that there is a context that matters.
It was not remove her because students were saying that. It was remove her because she doesn't think that's against the code of conduct, that she doesn't think she has to protect the Jewish students on campus. And that was the point. And Elie Stefanik made that point. The Jewish students had to hide. They were afraid. And she still stood her ground. Now, personally, I think she should be fired. The fact that she wasn't fired, I think it's fantastic. We all know who Harvard is now. We all know not to send our students there. I will not send my children to Harvard.
Okay, great for you. The idea here is that she was backed up by the university, which means she was probably right about her understanding.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.